Hello, Miss Tiff. How are you? Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Good. You can do the first one then, Tiffany.
Okay.
I read the newspaper every day to keep up with what?
Current events.
Yeah, good. What is the past tense of read?
Read.
How do you spell it?
READ.
Yeah, it's the same. So what do you do to stay up to date with current events, Tiffany?
I think check up on my cell phone.
What do you read though? What site?
We have a newspaper, but it has an app, and it updates some financial news.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Tim?
Hi.
This book is good. Soon people will be describing it as a classical or classically.
Classic.
Good, classic. What does that mean, a classic novel?
Very well.
Yes, it's
Very well.
it's a very good example of whatever genre it is. What's the genre of a novel? Genre, genre.
Sorry, I don't know.
All right. It's the type or group that the novel falls into, or novel is in. What is a? Do you know Sherlock Holmes, Michael? Sorry, Tim.
Yeah.
All right. What genre do you think Sherlock Holmes belongs to? A Sherlock Holmes novel. What genre? What group? General group.
Detective novels.
That's right. That'll do. So, detective. That's the group. So the detective genre is what Sherlock Holmes belongs to. Now, Tim, have you ever read a novel in English?
No.
Have you read one in Mandarin?
Yeah, of course.
What is your favorite type of novel? What genre?
Detectives.
Oh, you like detectives, do you? All right. Tell me about a Taiwanese detective.
I read Japanese detective novel.
Japanese. Okay. And are
Yeah.
they good? Do they ever solve everything?
I think it's good.
Why?
Uh, it describe very well.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael.
Hello?
What's your
Do you want
favorite
to?
sort of novel?
I don't have any favorite novel. I don't read books so much.
Fair enough. What do you read?
But I used to read comics.
I like comics too. Yeah. Have you heard of The
It's
Big
fun.
Bang Theory?
Yeah, you mean this TV serial?
I do. Do you
Yeah,
watch
yeah, I
it in
like it.
English or Czechoslovakian?
Usually in English, either but there is a good dubbing in Czech, but I prefer English dubbing with Czech subtitles.
Who's your favourite character?
Of course, Sheldon.
And
Yours? And yours?
I was Sheldon. I have a brother a bit like Sheldon. He's nuts.
Really?
Oh, very much. All right. I thought for a long time, and something in the end decided to take the job. Which preposition? In on at or to?
In the end,
Yeah, that's in the end. That's the only one you put there. Thank you, Michael.
you're welcome.
Vaclav,
Hello.
do you like the Big Bang Theory?
Yes, of course.
What do you think of Sheldon?
Mm, I think, I don't know, the character is kind of interesting, but I don't know, maybe, I don't know, I don't really know what to think, because I don't like these crazy characters in sitcoms. But yeah, it's he's. I think he's the main source of fun in the show. So
Yes,
he
the
has
show
to be here.
centers
Has to
around
be
him.
there.
Now, I've been given a really exciting something to go and study in China. Chance, opportunity, possibility, or probability.
Opportunity.
Yes, I think that's the best one. You could use chance, you could use the other two, no. But opportunity is the answer. Vaclav, if you were going to be given an opportunity to study somewhere, all expenses
Yes.
paid, where would you choose? And
Taiwan.
why? No, Taiwan's off the
uh,
table.
okay. I would like to go somewhere where there is hot weather, because
So,
I don't want to
yep.
stay on autumn in Czech. That's one
Australia
of the
with
reasons I went here.
yeah, 36 degrees today, very hot.
Oh, that's maybe
Very
too
dry
much.
heat too. Yes, it is too much. I'm in the air conditioning today. That's my air conditioner.
Mhm.
All right. Thank you, Vaclav.
Thank you.
Daniel,
Hello.
you look very innocent today. All in black. Are you feeling guilty?
No.
That's good. All right. I sometimes find it difficult to something social gatherings with my wife's family. Fit in at, suit or suit myself to.
Feeling it.
No. Nearly there.
Mm, feel
Actually,
too.
just a minute. No, sorry, you're right. It is that one. You need the at there. I was thinking it was A, but no, it's B. To fit in at social gathering with my wife's family. Now, when you get married, Daniel, do you think that will be true?
Um, um, I think it's not. It will not be a question for me.
All right, not will be a
Probably.
problem. Good. Um, what in Taiwan? Are you, if you get married, are you expected to look after your wife's family, or your wife's parents, or your
Um,
parents, or both?
both. I think.
Both. So very expensive. Yeah, in Australia, we just put them in aged care homes. Thank you. Howard,
Hi.
Have you had a good week?
Yes.
Why did you choose to wear blue today?
I don't know. I just pick up and wear it.
Okay, is this a happy day or a sad day or a normal
I
day?
think it's a normal day.
Okay, why? Nothing special.
Today is cold, really cold.
Is it cold? What is the temperature?
Yeah. Um, I don't know. Maybe 15.
50, all right,
Or
15. That's fairly cool
yeah.
by Taiwan standards. That will be cold in Brisbane. Now, he was an extremely something child. He will get upset very easily. Which one?
Mm,
Sensible,
sen-
sensitive, or
sensitive.
Yes, sensitive. Now, were you a sensitive child?
Sorry, sensitive child.
Yes, were you a sensitive
It's
child?
no, I'm not. I'm not.
All right, which one of these would you like to be then?
Mm, sorry, I don't know your question.
All right, if you were going to be a child of some description, how would you like to be described? Sensible, sensate, sense, or sensitive? Which would you like to be described as?
Mm, sorry, I don't know. Oh, sensible, sensible.
Yeah, sensible is the best one. What
Yeah.
does sensible mean?
Um, make a right decision, I think.
Yeah, that's right. You've got common sense.
Uh,
Sensate just means that you are alive. You can think.
oh,
Sensitive. How would how would you describe sensitive? If you were sensitive, a sensitive young man, what does that
um,
mean?
that means you will be happy or angry easily.
Yeah, you could be. Do you think Lucy is sensitive?
No, no, she's not.
All right. All right, Lucy, are you insensitive?
I think I'm kind of a little bit sensitive.
Yeah, you have to be sensitive to be nice. If you're sensitive, it just means you think about the feelings of other people. So you can be negative. You get upset easily because she's too sensitive. But if you're sensitive, it means you care about other people to a point. So is that true, Lucy? Do you care about other people or you don't care?
uh, sometimes.
What about if they're dressed in blue like Howard?
Um, I think I sometimes, yeah, I care
All right.
about others.
Actually, I can see you behind Lucy Howard on my picture. All right. All right. We're going to do a topic today which is interesting, I believe. Lucy, since you're on there, what's euthanasia?
I 看不到。I think is you like to do something and you pay attention to it. Eh?
No, no.
Mercy 的 Mercy Killing 那个，对不起 Mercy Killing，Mercy Killing。
就只有2个。Mercy killing.
Yes, it's mercy killing. Lily, does that translation I put there, is that correct?
Yeah, it's correct, but the middle character is from China's character.
Oh,
Simplified.
you
Yeah.
what is the difference between traditional and simplified Chinese?
Traditional is harder to write, and simplify is less. It can be write more quickly.
All right, so most people at university could write both types?
Can write both.
Which, if you were writing an essay in Chinese, which would you use?
If we write an essay, we usually use traditional.
Because
In Taiwan.
it's more formal.
Yes, it's more formal.
Okay. Interesting. What about speaking?
Speaking is sound the same.
So in Hong Kong, they can read both traditional and simplified, but the way they speak is different.
Hong Kong, huh?
用繁体比较多。
Hong Kong, I think Hong Kong use traditional more, but their language is different.
Is it go on?
Some words is we don't have Hong Kong's words.
Can you understand Cantonese? Can an ordinary Chinese or Taiwanese person understand Cantonese?
If you don't learn it, you may not understand it.
Okay, interesting. Because it's always, we always get different views over here. Some people say, well, if you can read it, you can understand it. Yeah, Pearl, that's fine. So I'll leave you to ask. Okay. Now, 17-year-old in unbearable physical pain becomes the first child to die by euthanasia in Belgium. So this, as I think Lucy said, is mercy killing. All right, Lucy, what is mercy killing? Tell me in your words.
If a person is in a very bad condition and we may choose to do that to make him or her feel better.
Well, they'll feel very much better. They're dead. Lucy, is it the same as suicide? Is it the same as suicide?
A little bit different.
Yeah, how is it different? So how is suicide different? Actually, I'll ask Claire. Claire, how is suicide different from euthanasia? What's your opinion?
I think suicide is you kill yourself and harm yourself, and another way is you choose to die and but not doing by yourself.
Euthanasia, as I understand it, or as it is legal in some countries, someone,
Yeah.
well, usually a doctor, a medical person, will provide you. Sorry, I'm just typing this with the means to kill yourself. So it is sort of suicide, but they will give you drugs or they will give you some way that you can kill yourself. They say to die with dignity. What does that mean, Claire? Die with dignity?
Um, it's hard to explain. I think maybe it's kind of you die as your person and you die as sorry, I don't know how to explain.
All right. It means that you die on your terms, your conditions, at a time of your choosing, possibly even with your family
Yeah.
around you.
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
All right. It's you, a time. Wait a minute. You choose the time you die. You die possibly with your family around you. This is euthanasia. In some countries, the doctor helps you or the nurse. They give you a drug, and your family may support your decision to die. Suicide is. Are you allowed to commit suicide in Taiwan, Claire? If somebody attempted suicide but did not succeed, is that a crime?
I don't know the law because we always heard suicides in news, but I don't know if there have any law forbidden suicide.
No. In Australia, it used to be illegal suicide. Now you can kill
So
yourself if you wish, but not euthanasia.
um I don't know if we have this law, but I never heard
Mm.
it.
In just a minute, sorry. In Australia, euthanasia means somebody assists you to die. So if I
Yes.
assisted my brother to die, I would be charged with either murder or manslaughter. And just so they UGA. Manslaughter is a lesser charge than murder. And murder, you'll get life imprisonment in Australia. Manslaughter, you'll get 5 to 10 years. It depends on the circumstances. What do you think, Claire? If you had a very serious sickness that was going to kill you say you had cancer, you knew you were going to
I
die in
think
4 weeks, and it's painful, would you want, if euthanasia was available, what would you do?
um I will choose to optimistic way to wait and hope I will recover.
Okay, that is some people's choice. Thank you. Now we're going to talk about youth in Belgium. Zoe, where's Belgium?
In Europe.
Yes, in Europe. Do you know what language they speak?
Huh?
Actually, Vaclav, what language do they speak in Belgium?
Vlamish.
What language?
I don't know, but Michael says Vlamish or
Yeah, Flemish.
Michael
They
is
speak a bit.
clever.
Is he? Does he speak French? Michael?
No.
No. All right.
German.
Well, all right, German. Flemish is, I think it's a type of German actually. Right. Flemish is the native language, and a lot of Belgian people speak French. A lot also speak English, and most people in Belgium are bilingual. What does that mean, Vaclav? Bilingual?
It means that they have two native languages, or they can speak two languages fluently.
What if they speak three? What do you call it then?
Trilingual.
Yep, trilingual. What's four?
Excuse me?
What is four languages fluently?
Uh, Quattrolingual.
No, multilingual.
Okay.
Yeah, that covers any. Usually multi means three or more. I know somebody that's in Australia, and she speaks one, two, three, four, about six languages. She speaks and writes them fluently. She acts as translator in the university system here, and she's remarkable. She speaks Japanese, English, Japanese, Chinese, Thai, French, and Hokkien. And she's in great demand in Brisbane, because we have an increasing number of people here from Japan and Asia who come to retire here. And when they go to hospital, they don't speak English, so they want translators or interpreters. All right, thank you. Now, a 17-year-old has become the first child to die by euthanasia in Belgium after the country adopted new rules in 2014. Officials confirmed the death following the announcement to remove age restrictions on euthanasia requests 2 years ago. The move has made Belgium the only country where children of any age are able to choose to have the fatal injection. If anybody does not want to answer questions about euthanasia, please tell me. I'm not going to force you, because I know some people find this topic rather distressing, but I think you need to know what goes on in the rest of the world. Lily.
Hi.
Lily, I'll have to put off your picture. But can you answer the question? What is the method used in Belgium for euthanasia? The answer's in that paragraph.
In the second paragraph?
No, in the first paragraph. This one.
Fatal injection.
Yeah, that's right. It's an injection. What is the age of a child in your country? When are you still considered a child?
I think it's 12, maybe.
More. How old are you when you can vote?
18.
All right.
No. 20, 20, 20.
20. All right.
Mm.
When can you get married without your parents' permission in your country?
Uh, girl is, I think girl is 17. Boys are
Mm.
16 and boys are 18.
What do you think of the difference?
I don't know. I think that's uh, not very equal, but
No, it's
our
not.
law is. Mm.
In Australia, the age of adult is 18. So as soon as you turn 18, you can vote, you can drink
Drive a car.
alcohol, you can drive a car at 16 if your parents let you.
Oh.
But 18 is the adult. So if you are, would you have any idea what a ward of the state is? A child is a ward of the state. I've written it there.
Word of the state. Mm,
It's
no,
like a
I have no
child of the
idea.
state.
Child of the state.
It's sort of your parents are dead or you're not to be trusted with your care. So it's like being. Do you know what a foster child is?
Means it's not your own. You born a child, no.
That's not.
Adopted.
Not your parents. Yeah. Well, it's like a ward of the state means the state are responsible for your care. They may put you in a children's home or they may put you with foster parents. But the state, the government, are responsible for your upbringing. As soon as you turn 18, they throw you out and you have to make your own decisions after that. No more money. Anyway, what is this first paragraph telling you, Lily? Sorry, is it Lily? No. Who am I talking
It.
to? Yeah, Lily.
It tells me that the in Belgium they used to cannot perform the euthanasia, and now the
Euthanasia.
it is illegal. It is legal now. Mm.
Hmm.
And the children
Do you think?
can
Yep.
choose.
Do you think that children, in your opinion, what do you think of this? That children can choose?
Mm, that means their decision is legal.
Do you think that's correct? Do you agree
I
with this? Is
think
what I mean?
no, I don't agree with that because some children are too small to make the right decision.
Hmm. It's very difficult.
Mm.
What about people that have mental health disease? What is mental health disease?
Mental health disease is like they can't do correct decision because they have some problems with their like cognitive issues. They
Yes,
cannot.
that's the cognitive issues. They can't make decisions easily for one reason or another. Do you think the state should euthanize all people with mental health disease?
No, no.
Why?
Mm, because if they have mental health disease, they may not know what they're thinking.
Yes, that's correct. Thank you, Lily.
Thank you.
All right. So this means children can choose euthanasia if they wish. And it actually says of any age, which is interesting, difficult. In the neighbouring Netherlands, the practice is possible for children at least 12. So you must be at least 12 to choose euthanasia in the Netherlands. Phoebe, do you know another name for the Netherlands, or can you ask Vaclav or Michael to help you?
Holland.
Good, Holland. And where, in respect to Belgium, where is Holland?
Uh,
Are they near each other or a
Above.
long way from each other?
It's near each other. I
Yeah,
think it's
neighbouring.
above.
Yeah, so I don't know where it is, to be honest. I think if you look at the coast, that Belgium is here, and as you say, the Netherlands are there. They're along the coast of the country, I think. But the neighbouring Netherlands means they're next door to each other. They share a border. Phoebe, have you been to Europe?
Yes.
Where did you go?
Nicholas,
Yeah.
you want to show the map of both of Netherlands and Belgium, yeah,
Okay.
Belgium. I think they are neighboring.
They are neighbouring. Oh, here we are. Can you see that map? Green is Belgium, orange is the Netherlands. Phoebe, what country is this?
I can't see your picture.
Oh, is it a bit too small? Just a minute. I'll make it
We
bigger.
couldn't see it.
No. Can you not see anything?
Oh yeah, I can see. You mean
Just let
the
me
green one?
All right. Yeah. So the green one is
Belgium.
Belgium, and the Netherlands are orange. But what country is this?
England.
No.
That?
England is here.
苏他说不是。他说不是。他说不是。UK 跟英国是一样的东西。
The UK is not a country.
他问那边是哪里？哦，Scotland.
Scotland, good. And what's this country here?
Ireland.
Good. And this one?
Germany. Germany.
That.
Wait. Oh. France.
This one?
Spain.
And the little one here? Yes, Portugal. And what about that one? I have no idea. It's too small.
Hungary.
It could be. This is somewhere in here is Czechoslovakia and.
Should
Nobody
I feel
cares.
offended?
Yeah, no, no, don't be offended.
It's not Czechoslovakia.
No, I know it's not
It's Czech
Czechoslovakia. Oh,
and Slovak.
it's the Czech Republic now. You're right. My apologies on that. I should know that by now. Uh, just so we're all not offended, I'll show you where the Czech Republic. Yes.
Do you know where Czech Republic is? Yeah, right.
Yes, it's in the middle there. It took me a long time to draw that red line around it. We haven't got our Turkish girl here today, have we? Well, she's hiding. No, not here.
Tuba went to Taipei. Tuba
Yep.
went to Taipei for an interview.
Okay. So the Turkey's here. Aleppo. Phoebe, do you know why I've mentioned Aleppo? Have you any idea what the problem right now is in Aleppo?
好像是不是 Syria 是不是政府军 take over 就是那个国家？
我不知道，我最近没看。
Syria government army 就是他们
叙利亚。
Syria，
嗯。
对啊，它下面就是叙利亚政府军啊，就是政府军。
The government of Syria take over it. I think. I don't know.
Yes. Well, the Syrian forces are fighting ISIS. ISIS are the Muslim terrorists, and they've wrecked Aleppo. This green is Syria. It's been cut off. But this is, and one of the problems for Turkey is this border between Syria and Turkey here is where all the refugees are coming. And I think in Turkey they currently have over 3 million refugees. So 3 million refugees, that's a lot. And they're all sitting in refugee camps, I believe, in Turkey. And they all want to come, they're trying to get to Europe. So they come from Turkey to Italy. That's the main route. But they also come across Europe, and it's causing Europe a lot of problems at the moment. Anyway, all right, so we're all happy now, Michael? All right. Where have we gone? Obviously not there. Wait a minute. So we're talking about euthanasia in Belgium. So in the neighbouring Netherlands, the practice is possible for children at least 12. Those aged under 18 in Belgium must do so with their parents' consent. So in fact, they're adding a bit more information here. They've said children of any age, but it has to have their parents' consent. And they need to be in the final stages of a terminal illness. The law passed by Parliament insisted the minor would have to be in unbearable physical suffering before euthanasia can be considered. Jay, you look very cold.
Hi. It is very cold.
You've got this big thick top on. Jay, there are, in this paragraph, there are three, do you know the word criteria?
No, I don't.
Criteria means three conditions. So, criterion is a singular, and criteria is the plural. So a criterion is a condition, criteria is conditions. So there are three criteria or conditions which must be met in order for a child to undergo euthanasia. All right. So I've typed all that here. So there's three conditions, three criteria in this paragraph that must be met for a child in Belgium to undergo euthanasia. What are the three conditions, or what are the three criteria?
They have their parents' consent, and
Yep,
they need to
good.
be the final stage of the illness,
Yep.
and you have to be in unbearable physical suffering.
Yeah, that's right. So just because you're in the final stage of a terminal illness does not mean to say you're actually in pain. So they said you must be suffering physically, you must be dying, and in the case of children, the parents must consent. Jay, do you think that most parents would consent to euthanasia for their child? Do you think that would be an easy decision for the parents?
I think they won't uh, agree with that.
Because?
I think no parent wants their child to die, I think.
Yeah, that's right. Generally, you don't. You sometimes wish your children were dead because they're so difficult. But when it actually comes to it, you really wouldn't want to kill them. Generally.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jay. All right. Today, the head of the National Committee for Euthanasia discussed the first case. I don't know what country is this in. Yes, I do. Wim Distelmans. That is a very Flemish or very Belgian name. Wim Distelmans. It's either anyway. He chairs Belgium's Federal Control and Evaluation Committee on Euthanasia. He said in an emailed statement the first case was reported to the committee by a local doctor last week. He added the doctors used palliative sedation. EJ Lin, in a minute, I'm going to ask you to tell me what palliative sedation means. All right, so EJ, in a minute, I'll ask you, tell me what palliative sedation means, okay? Now, so this doctor said they'd use palliative sedation, which is when patients are placed into an induced coma. That gives you a definition, but I want to know what it means. Mr. Distelman told the Newsblad newspaper, fortunately, there are very few children who are considered for euthanasia, but that does not mean we should refuse them the right to a dignified death. Now, Sai, are you at home? Can you hear me? I can hear you, but can you speak?
Yes.
Okay. What does this mean? That Wim Distelmans chairs this committee. What is the chair of a committee? Do you know? Can you speak up a bit?
Can you hear me?
Just. That's right. So it means you're head of a committee. Say, why he says he gave an emailed statement. Why do you think he emailed it? What reason? Why don't you think he got out and talked about it? Why did he email his response? So he says he's emailed her a statement about the first case. So why don't you think he's talked to the media, to the other people?
Maybe because he's too afraid
Hmm.
to talk to
That's right, he can avoid questions. Okay, Sai, if you're going to attend by distance, you need to sort out your microphone. You should have a headset or something. Okay, but thank you, you are correct. I can just hear you. Thank you. All right. So this guy emailed the statement, in my opinion, because he doesn't want to talk to the media so they can ask him questions. Cindy?
Hello.
Oh, that's loud. How did... Sorry, did I wake you up? How did this committee, how did they find out about this case of the child? Who told them?
Mm. 这什么声音啊？是怎样？
The answer's in this first couple of lines. So how did the committee find out about the death of the child?
The doctor emailed them.
That's right. So it was reported by a local doctor last week. Now, this is a question if you ever read in English. In Cindy here, we've got what we call square brackets. So square bracket, round brackets are these, square brackets are these. So if I put your name in square brackets, that's Cindy. All right. Now, what does it mean? Why are they? So this is quoting what this guy said. So what do the square brackets mean in a quote?
Oh.
So a quote means you're writing down exactly what somebody said, but sometimes we put square brackets inside. All right, I'll help you here. These are quotation marks. So you can use what we call single quotation marks, or if you like, double quotation marks. That means that somebody said it. So what this guy Distelmans has said is that, fortunately, there are very few children who are considered for euthanasia, but that does not mean we should refuse them the right to a dignified death. Now, he did not say for euthanasia. He did not say that. However, the writer of the article has decided that very few children who are considered, but the writer has put these two words in so that we know what they are talking about. Okay? So where you see square brackets, it means somebody, the writer, has put in words to make clear what is being said. So here, few children who are considered, what being considered for what? For euthanasia. So there's no misunderstanding about what they mean in the article. You will see that if you ever study in English. Some articles written in English have this square brackets thing, and it's where you're directly quoting from somebody. Okay? Now, Li Yin, what is palliative sedation?
It's a kind of drugs
Yes?
to make the person feel lost sense.
Yes, all right, good. So you put, what is a coma?
Uh, 那怎么解释嘞？
Unconscious.
It's the same like make a person lost conscious.
Yeah, you lose consciousness. What's an induced coma?
Let me check.
I gave you 5 minutes.
Make it coma.
That's right, you make it happen. So if I wanted to induce a coma, if I wanted to put you into a coma, what could I do? How can I do it?
Hit on my head heavily.
Yeah, I can hit you on the back of the head. What is a nicer way? You're in pain. What can I do to make your pain go away?
啊，这个叫什么 ？Injection.
Yes, that's what an induced coma is. They give you an injection of drugs to make you lose consciousness. Palliative sedation means they're giving you drugs to sedate you because you are in great pain. What does palliative mean? What's the pain due to? Oh, sorry, that's not correct. What is palliative?
To reduce something.
Yeah, to reduce what something?
Pain.
Pain, yeah. Palliative means you're dying. Palliative care is to make you comfortable. It may be that they want to put you to sleep, coma. It may just be pain relief. So they give you morphine or sometimes heroin. What will heroin do if I gave you heroin or morphine? How would you feel?
Sorry, Halloween?
Yeah, if I gave you heroin.
Oh, heroin.
Morphine, yeah. How would you feel?
How would you feel? After I ate it. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, that's right. You get high. If you have too much it there, but anyway, they give you lots of morphine and other things to sedate you. If the intention is to induce a coma, then that's to put you to sleep entirely. But palliative sedation can mean a coma or at least very deep sleep. Sometimes death. And if you give too much sedation, what happens?
Lead to death also.
Yeah, that's right, you die. Okay, thank you. Now, Jasmine,
Hello?
this guy here, talking about euthanasia, he said there's very few children who are considered for euthanasia, but that does not mean we should refuse them the right to a dignified death. What does he mean by a dignified death?
Mm, I don't know how to explain it.
Well, that's why I've asked you. You need to try.
I I guess it means that someone that died with respect or something.
Yeah, that's a reasonable way of putting it. If these children had no drugs, what would their death be like?
It will a lot of pain.
Yeah, pain, suffering, not just for the children, also their families. So a dignified death means you give sedation, you give pain relief, so that you die, as you say, with respect. So that's what a dignified death means, if you like, you die with dignity. Not in pain, not suffering. That's why they call it mercy killing. What is mercy? If I take mercy on you, Jasmine. Actually, Jasmine, say that you went to America. You killed someone, and you've been sentenced to death. All right, so you're on death row. Okay. Now, say that the judge decides to show you mercy. What has the judge done?
Mercy是什么？嗯 I think the judge would.
无期徒刑，原来是死刑的，他给你
It means the judge pay sympathy.
Sort of. Empathy means the death sentence is changed. So instead of killing you, they put you in prison for life. Jasmine, just out of interest, would you like to be... Yeah, all right, you're what? You're 20?
No.
How old are you?
18.
All right. How long do you expect to live if all goes well?
I think maybe 80 or
All right,
70.
80. Well, let's say 80. Now about 400. That means you've got 62 years left if you're lucky.
Yes.
Now, say you were sentenced to life imprisonment. Life means life, so you've got to do 62 years in jail.
I would rather die.
Yes, well, that would be my feeling too. So we say the idea of mercy is relative. That means that depends on your point of view. But anyway, all right, Jasmine, hopefully you won't be put in jail for the next 62 years. Just be careful, you never know. All right, final paragraph. Between 2003 and 2013, the number of patients being euthanized rose nearly eightfold to a total of 8,752 cases. In Australia, euthanasia is illegal under English law. At this point, Australia still follows British law and is regarded as either manslaughter or murder with a maximum penalty up to life imprisonment. So at the moment, euthanasia is illegal in Australia. However, last week it is now legal in some states in Australia. It's being voted on literally in the next few weeks. So over the next couple of years, it is likely that euthanasia will become legal in Australia, or at least some states in Australia. Now I'm going to poll you. I won't make anybody's views known. And the question is, do you agree with euthanasia? And you've either got yes or no. So just out of interest, I'm going to poll you and just put yes or no. You cannot sit on the fence. You have to make a decision. So is it yes or no? Oh, sorry, a poll we want, don't we? All right. That's fairly definitive. Okay. All right. Very interesting. I thought there'd be more no's that you don't agree with it, but in fact, I'll let the numbers speak for itself. I'm just waiting for the poll result to appear. I won't be a minute. So the poll result is that everybody except one person agrees that euthanasia is maybe justified. One person doesn't, so it's interesting. The disagreement may be on regards as you can have a moral objection, you can have a religious objection, or both. Some people don't agree with euthanasia. They feel that palliative care is enough. So, as I say, you are entitled to your own views. Okay, any questions on that, Pearl?
But so you want to take a break now?
Yeah, let's have a break and then do the presentations.
Okay.
Okay, so I will start. Welcome to my presentation, to our presentation. Today I will speak about my hobby, airsoft. The reason why I chose this topic is because airsoft is very popular in Czech Republic, but as I heard, it's not so common here in Taiwan. So I will introduce it to you. Do you know airsoft, Nicholas? Okay.
Oh.
Is there?
Oh, he said no. He said no.
So let's start. So airsoft, it's a modern kind of military sport in which players shoot after another with a small ceramic balls. As you can see on the picture, they use airsoft guns which imitates the real gun. That's why it's almost impossible to distinguish real gun from airsoft gun. So you shouldn't wear it on public because it's forbidden. As I have mentioned, you need a gun for this game. There are three main types of guns in airsoft. There is electric guns. Its price is about 10,000 Taiwanese dollar to 20,000 Taiwanese dollars. it's quite expensive. But there are also manual guns in which you have to use your manual power to reload the gun. It's quite cheaper, but still expensive. And then there are gas guns, which use gas to move the gun, the engine of the gun. Wait a minute, I got some technical problem. Or from IT. You can wait. So far, it's not my presentation.
这是谁的 baseball？ 你们的 ，OK。
So another equipment for the airsoft is some long sleeve shirt or military blues. You can use trousers or just some pants, but it's better to buy special clothes like this on this picture. You can use voluntarily use any equipment like caps, gloves, or some military shoes. But it's necessary to wear eye protection because the ball fired from the guns can fly the speed of 120 meters per second, and it can cause a very bad injury if you are hit. Here you can see typical airsoft glasses with metal grill. It must be metal or a glass because otherwise it would be broken by the ball. Then I will speak about the rules. The rules in airsoft are very simple because it's based on fair play. So who is hit by the ball has to confess it by saying I'm hit and stop to play, and he can wait for another game. Another rule is that you have to use eye protection. As I mentioned, it's very dangerous, and if you didn't wear it, you can be disqualified. I have spoken about fair play. It means that when you are hit, you cannot your opponent cannot recognize if he hit you or not. Sometimes he can, but you have to confess it and stop playing. That's called I'm hit rule. Yeah, something about the history. It was originated in Japan in 1970. And then it spread to Hong Kong and China, and to Europe it came out like at 1980s. So here you can see some pictures of me playing airsoft. I started to play when I was like 20 years old, but also I stopped playing when I was like 20 because I hadn't so much time. It's really time consuming. You are, for example, in the forest for the whole weekend and you cannot do anything except of this. Okay. Yeah, here is my gun on the right side of the picture.
Wow,
in the end, I would like to say something about the risk in airsoft. If you have to treat the gun like it was a real gun because it's really dangerous and it can cause very bad injury. As I have mentioned, the ball fired from the guns can fly speed of 120 meters per second. I don't know if you can imagine, but it's really speed. In conclusion, I would like to recommend you this game. If you have an opportunity, you should definitely try it. And always use protection and keep safety rules and play fair. Okay, that's all from me. And I will give work to my assistant Phoebe, to my schoolmate Phoebe.
Okay, and I'm Phoebe, and I'll talk about paintball. And airsoft is like developed from paintball, and in Taiwan, paintball is more popular. Okay, and I'm talking about the history of paintball.
Okay.
And it's from America, Midwest America, and it's 1970s, an outdoor activity, and it's for the farmers to be more convenient to manage the herds and horse, and it's because you don't have to get close to the animals and you can control them, so it's popular that time. And then in leisure time, the cowboys like take the paintball gun to shoot each other, and then it's developed to now we know the paintball game. And this is the gun of the paintball, and it's different from airsoft. You have this this to put paintball inside, and this is tank to like push the paintball and then you can shoot. And this is the bullet, and if you be shooted, you will get colored on your clothes and it's difficult to wash. And I'll skip the video if we have time. We can watch it. And the equipment is same as the airsoft. And this is some types of the game, and like similar to airsoft. And I'll talk about some. And the first one is team deathmatch, and it is like you will divide it into two teams, and you will shoot each others. And there are two kinds. One is every member have one life, and if you are shot, you will die. And the second one is you have multiple lives, and if you are shot, you have to go back to the starting point and to restart the game. And this is another one, capture the flag. You have the flag in two teams, and you will catch the. You will try to reach other's flag and to put back your base.
And you have to protect your base.
And you have to protect your base. And this is another flag game. Center flag push, and it has only one flag in the center, and you have to like to take the flag and back to your team base. And this is another game. It's bomb. Like you have two teams, and one team will get the bomb and to put it to a special location, and the other team will like to protect the location from being putting the bomb. And so you will win the game if the first team will win the game to put the bomb in the location or kill everyone. And another team will like to protect the location. And I skip a place of slide. Yeah, and it's dangerous to play paintball, just like you see. This is the damage by the paintball. And about my experience, and I played it before in junior high school graduation trip and senior high school, and also in college welcome camp. And what can you get from playing paintball? First of all, it's an actual combat. It's not only in the game in your cell phone, and it's risky and exciting. And mostly teamwork. You will have to learn how to teamwork. And I think this is why we will have the activity in our graduation trip and also welcome camp. And it's why it's more popular in Taiwan, because yeah. And this video is about Lego, and it's play the paintball, and if we have time we can see it. And thank you. EJ.
因为应该有时间看一下，
Now I'm going to introduce baseball, and I think soccer may be the Europeans' most popular sport, and I think baseball is the most popular in Asia and especially in Taiwan. It can also become our national sport. And so the first introduce the Taiwan baseball history. The baseball is first originated from Japan colonial era from 1895, and it's the first time we play baseball in a more formal way. And in the early area, there are two famous teams of the history. One is Ch11 Kano, and they visit Japan and won the second place. And the second is the Maple Leaf baseball team, and they are from a very remote area, and they also obtain qualification of Little League World Series. And those baseball team have also is too famous that some director take them into a documentary. But now recent years, some breaking out of baseball gambling that depressed Taiwanese and hence led to some reformation on Taiwanese professional baseball league. Because the scandals, so many Taiwanese are very depressed and they don't want to watch the contest. So the reformation have also begins. And now with the day passed by, and it has become not only baseball but ethnic spirits, just like this picture. And so there are some famous Taiwanese baseball players like Ch11 and Chen Jinfeng, Guo Hongzhi, Wang Jianming. And so how to play baseball? Like in the last picture, we have 9 players in the team. And so a pitcher, catcher, first base, second base, third base, and that's as you see. And baseball players' equipment, just like hats, those are basic equipment. Okay. And how are you crazy about that? Just we will shout maybe outside the competition place, and when we have World Basic Classic Game or Asian Baseball Championship, we may have a big screen on some major place, and Taiwanese people will gather together, maybe in the field or in the very ground, just in some place, and we gather together and cheer up for our team. And that's it. Thank you. So, any questions about airsoft or paintball or baseball?
Phoebe, you want to show us the...
Okay.
I really think EJ can show our cheerleaders. You know, they have beautiful cheerleaders. Each baseball team, they have beautiful cheerleaders. Huh? How about you? In your country, what's the national sport? Soccer?
Ice hockey. No, ice hockey. Yeah, with the stick.
Yeah, but do they have cheerleaders? It's difficult to...
Yeah, they have. The cheerleaders are in the stadium, not in the pitch, like not in the ground, but just in the...
in the audience.
Yeah, in the audience.
And this is how paintball is played. This is how it's played. And this is really cute about Lego. Yeah, and this, I think it's really similar to history, because in history you are like play, the paintball is invented to manage the hurts, and then you started to shoot each other, just like the movie, the video, yeah. Thank you.
还要问你问题。
I don't play paintball. I just played before, like just every time, like 10 minutes maybe. Yeah, not like Michael. Just play a lot of time.
So Michael's an active player.
Which player?
Huh?
If I'm a player?
Michael actively plays, still playing?
No, I had to stop because it's really time consuming and I didn't have time. I joined the university and it's really difficult to study.
You should take the other two girls out to play paintball with them.
Yeah, if they want it, I can teach them.
See if you can shoot them.
Conspiracy.
Thank you.
Okay.
But I have a question for them. I mean, this kind of game, will it change players' mentality? I mean, do you become violent and you want to try real gun?
No, I think it's totally opposite because when you realize how difficult it is to be killed, for example, you just do one stupid mistake and you're hit by ball, and now you realize that even in real life, in a war, you would be dead. So it can cause like the people change. They are more thinking about things they do, and they also learn how to treat with a gun. I think it's good.
Okay. So they become more peaceful. Yeah, Baka, I have a question.
Which one you think is better, paintball or airsoft, and why?
I prefer airsoft because I used to play it, and I also think that the guns are more realistic in airsoft, and I like just holding the gun and feeling like I am a soldier.
Also, the bullets are cheaper for airsoft.
Yeah,
right?
exactly. Bullets are much cheaper, and you can
Okay. And how about now that you are not playing, what do you do with your investments? I mean, those guns and clothing, equipment?
My gun is still working, so I can sometimes I borrow it to my friends or to my siblings. I still play like just shooting on the target when I'm free, but it's not such a fun.
Okay. So for that kind of game, you are saying that you will stay in the woods for a whole weekend, right?
Yes.
But for paintball, it's not. It's in it's in the playground.
Yeah, I would like to say that paintball is not. No, airsoft is more about strategy. Paintball is just chaotic game. You just run like crazy around the pitch and shooting like you are mad. But airsoft is about strategy. It's about imitating real units, special forces. You try to imitate their strategy, and so.
Yeah. So it's you use your brain and also use your calories. So it's a good way to lose your weight, right?
Yeah. That's why it's sport, not just hobby.
Okay. Oh, okay. I see. Nicholas, any more questions?
No, I'm good.
Okay. And the rest, other people, any questions? Okay. Yeah. Thank you. So we want to take a picture. 在后面的后面的呀页面，它的 game 你是哪一个照片？哪个灯光？对，灯光要让它亮一点。Yeah, we have to take big picture of you.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, 谢谢他们。Next one.
We are going to feature I'm Ting and I'm
Howard.
We are going to introduce some Taiwan's viewpoints. And first is 九份. 九份. This small town was an isolated village until the discovery of gold during the Japanese occupation. It was quickly developed due to a gold rush, and many buildings in the town remain unchanged to these days. And this is the picture of Jiufen's old street. Nearby the Jiufen, there's a 13-layer remains. Local people call it 13-layer remains, but it's actually 18 layers. The 13 layers remains is actually a remains of copper refinery. Japanese wanted to find the gold, but after they found the copper mining, they started to excavate the copper. And beside the 13 layer remains, this is the tunnel. This is the tunnel in refinery, and the copper refinery emptied the exhaust gas. And many people will climb on there, but it has some chemical harm to human body, so the government banned it. Second, we're going to introduce the Nangao Cross Ride History Trail. The Nangao Cross Ride History Trail is the road that originally connected Hualien and Nantou. They used this road to deliver goods. During the Japanese occupation, Japanese want to get control of the Aboriginal, so they use this trail to attack the Aboriginal in Tailuge. This is the easy place station during the Japanese occupation and on this trail. This is the Nangao grassland. It's on the trail. Yeah, it's very beautiful. Third, we are going to introduce the Alishan. Alishan is famous for its forest railway and red cypresses. The railway the beginning of the railway is built to deliver the red presses, and nowadays it delivers the tourism. And Alishan is also famous for its sunrise. Many people will go to there, see the sunrise on the first day of the new year, and see the first sunrise of the year.
As we continue our journey through Taiwan's must-see attraction, first, let's introduce the Kenting National Park. The southernmost tip of Taiwan's main island is Kenting. White beaches, sparkling blue water, and warm tropical sun greet visitors to this paradise. Hiking trails wind their way up the mountain overlooking the seas. And the Urambi Lighthouse, built in 1883, stand watch over the cliffs. Okay. Second, let's introduce the Tailuge Gorge. On the rock East Coast sits Tailuge Gorge, This natural wonder is one of Taiwan's most visited national park and features geology unlike anywhere else on Earth, as you can see in the picture. Over millions of years, the Liu River, this is the Liu River, cut through the marble cliffs, creating one of the most dramatic sights in the country. The road, which leads through the gorge, is also an amazing feat of engineering, carved directly in the rock base, as you can see in the picture, and creating tunnels and caves for tourists to explore. Third, let's introduce the Sun Moon Lake, a large lake high in the mountains of central Taiwan. Sun Moon Lake is one of the most famous tourist spots in Asia. The natural scenery of the surrounding peaks reflected in the lake's glassy surface. You can see in the picture, the mountain, draw visitors from around the world. The name comes from the eastern and western halves of the lake, which resemble the sun and the moon, respectively. But all I could think about when I was visiting with my family, how spectacular it was. Sun Moon Lake is truly a gorgeous place to go with a special person in your life. This is our presentation. Thank you for listening. Is there any questions? Teacher Nicholas, do you have any questions?
Yes. Do people in Taiwan go bushwalking?
Yeah.
Is it common?
Yes.
Is it dangerous?
I think it's not, because we have people to fix the mountain road, so I don't think bushwalking is dangerous. No, I think it's not.
So you actually have walks which are maintained.
Yes.
By that I mean, okay, no, we have a lot of those in Australia. Are there any walks which are a few days? Can you stay camp along the way?
Yeah, someone will go camping on their way. So the tour may be 2 or 3 days.
Okay. Now, who has just been talking? Howard, Tim, and Jason?
No Jason, just Howard and Tim.
No Jason?
Yes.
Okay, I thought there were just 2 of you. Do you 2 go bushwalking?
践行。你们俩有没有去 go bushwalking？
No.
Why not?
为你们俩没践行 ？Why not？
We just knew each other about half years.
不是问你们两个有没有一起去
Okay.
So sorry, can
你们有没有践行
Yeah, why don't you go bushwalking?
I don't like bushwalking. Because I'm lazy person.
All right. Well, fair enough. At least you're honest. All right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Now the PA have to take picture of them. Hey.
Okay.
But Nicholas, while Greg is taking picture of them, I want to ask you the difference between bushwalking and trekking.
Trekking.
Today we will introduce special culture in Taiwan. Lucy, do you have a scooter? is a necessity in our everyday life. Flexibility and small size make it the most popular transportation, and there are over 20 million scooters in Taiwan.
This is a video that may surprise many people. It's the Taiwanese. Actually, this situation is not usual to see. This video is in our capital city, Taipei. The population density there is so high that cause traffic jam every time during a rush hour. Another special culture in Taiwan is an important clerk in convenience store. It is very interesting that if you want to be a clerk in convenience store, you have learned how to make coffee, ice cream, kettle cookie, tea, and hot dogs. You think it's the end?
Of course not. There are still lots of things for them to do, such as photocopying, sending parcels, microwave frozen food, and you can also pay the bill in the convenience stores in Taiwan, such as tuition fee, electricity bill, water bill, phone bill, gas bill, and so on.
I think we can call the convenience store clerk Mama.
Hey, I'm come from Taiwan. 你好，我来自台湾。便利商店是台湾特产，今天要来跟你分享。台湾的便利商店24小时永不歇业，给你最好的感觉。每当你熬夜，夜深人静，我总在这里 always open。台湾的便利商店据点密度全球之冠。无论你在哪，不管下海上山，我的存在让你心安。便利商品种类不受限，吃的、喝的、玩的、穿的超爽的。No matter where you from, we will always be there。iPhone 让你生活更加便利，几点赠品优惠拿不停。爆米过节礼品在这里，厕所在这让你不尿急。吃的冰消暑我最喜，酷比沙一口就上瘾。关东煮、热狗堡、三角饭团、冰淇淋、咖啡、茶叶蛋，食物种类任你挑。天气冷了有外套、围巾、手套、暖暖包，让你整个冬天都温暖。突然下雨不怕没有伞，随时要一应，随时待命。你的需求都由我来替你完成。Never can be here, please your help me.
By the way, collecting points is another interesting in our daily life. You can get 1 point by spending a little money, and as you collect more and more points, you may exchange gifts from the convenience store. For example, Taiwanese are now crazy about the collecting points activity in 7-Eleven. Yes. If you consume over 79 NT dollars, you will get 1 point. And when you consume over 79 NT dollars, every 39 NT dollar, you will also get 1 point. It means if you consume 180 NT dollars, you will get 2 points. And if you consume 157 NT dollars, you will get 3 points, and so on. And this is the gift. And if you get 6 points and you add 89 NT dollars, you will get one of them random. Or if you have 80 points and you will get one of them for free. And this is another gift. It means if you have 6 points and you add $149, you will get one of them, random. And if you have 120 points, you will get one of them for free. Be careful, the point has a deadline. It will become useless after a period of time.
Bubble milk tea is the specialty of Taiwan. It is rumored to see lots of handmade drink shops in our street. The statistics shows that more than 1 billion cups of handmade drinks are sold in Taiwan every year. Let us show you an adorable video. When you buy a drink, the clerk will ask you,
How would you like your drink?
this is a question you may hear when ordering a drink like at handmade drink stores, and your answer.
I would like to have a bubble milk tea with half sugar and a little ice, please.
This happens naturally in our daily lives, and we don't find it weird at all. However, too many handmade drinks will hurt your health. It is better for you to drink more water. And the next one. The people in Taiwan enjoy their activities at night a lot. The stores will not close until it is very late, and there are also night markets everywhere. You can buy many kinds of food in the night market, or you can just come and enjoy the hilarious atmosphere.
Ask them to take you. 你们带 Michael 去吗？没有。他说对，你们快带他去。带人啊？下次带他去玩。He said they will take you.
And we also play a little game there.
You can play some interesting games in the night market. Shooting balloons and mahjong bingo are the most usual games to see there. And if you are lucky enough, you might get a stuffed doll like Cindy. Yeah.
Next, we want to introduce the receipt lottery in Taiwan. To ensure that every company has paid tax regularly, our government built this system to encourage consumers to keep their receipt. The left one is traditional, and the right one is electronic. You can track the number every 2 months. If the number sends us this red number, and you will get $280. If your number is sent us the last 4 number like 919721899493, and you will get 1,000. And if your number is sent us the last 5 number, you will get 4,000. And if your number is sent as the top 8 number, 8456839, and
will get $10 million NT dollars. Yay! Thank you for watching. 你问有没有问题？
I get the impression you two just like shopping.
That's right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Nicholas. Nicholas,
Yeah.
I want to show you a clip from our news report. See, they were saying about points collection in various stores. And I mean, at one chain store, they are sending away cookingware from Germany, and it just creates such a hit. And the owner of the cookery factory actually make a video to thank the people of Taiwan for this booming business, and I want to show it. Maybe you can also take a look.
Okay.
Yeah. CA. Yeah. 现在就放。你们知道那个全联换那个德国的不是菜刀，压力锅结果呢全部卖光了，超过他们的quota，所以他们的老板特别做了一个 video 来感谢台湾的民众，所以他们没有，我就说你光是几点可以 create 这样子的 business 啊，所以这可能其他的国家不知道有没有，对不对？他们其实可以学啊。
卖场几点加价购的锅具，一个档期就卖出20万组，连德国厂长都亲自出面道谢。
Wir sind sehr erfreut, dass das aktuelle WMF-Kundenbindungsprogramm von PX Mart bei den taiwanesischen Konsumenten auf ein derart großes Interesse stößt.
工厂拍影片，生产线上机械手臂不停赶工，因为商品兑换量早就超出厂商预期。换一波原本进货2万组，但3个多月卖场就卖出5万组，预估约18周可以卖出20万组。对比这家德厂同一型号锅子，今年全球也才卖出18万个。台湾人集锅实力实在太惊人。另外，这家卖场意大利的不锈钢快锅，几点加价购限量3000个，也是2个月就完售，卖场追加2倍，预估一个档期可以卖出15万组。
那供应商也跟我们说，他做我们这一档就等于是做他们1年的业绩。
因为不锈钢很好，吸引人啊。因为那个挤得太麻烦了，一次要挤那么久，对啊，有些时候就没有兴趣了。
焖烧罐旋转开来，里头还有汤匙。另一间卖场换购量最好的是锅具，再来保温瓶、焖烧罐，3个月就卖出10万组，卖场还追价7到8波。台湾人爱锅具，兑换量大，也让国外厂商对台湾留下深刻印象，甚至自己录影片感谢台湾。TVB 新闻连至陈友荣台北报道。
Okay, Nicholas. Okay, Nicholas, did you get that? Sort of.
I did, yes.
Okay.
I have to learn Chinese.
Okay. Well, if you are